Another episode of Collector's Hideout. I'm already drinking. Tonight, I'm not really sure exactly where we're going with the topic, but it's going to be video games, movies, and anything else that kind of pops up.
Who the hell is Chandra? Sorry.
What the hell?
I got a big chat overflow. Nobody else got that?
Yeah. Awesome. Because remember, I have it set up beforehand, so people are already in the chat.
Oh.
Was not expecting that. What's going on, everybody? Tonight, I'm joined by Shellhead Tony. How's it going, man?
Boppity boopity here to please that booty.
Also, Mr. Psycho, thanks for joining us again, man.
How's it going?
Very married.
And for the first time since the new edition of Collector's Hideout, we have Jose D, or some Cuban guy.
With the D, maybe?
He's Jose B. He's Jose, and he's here joining us tonight. Thanks, man, for joining us. How you doing?
Good, man. How's everything?
Just trying to get this shit going. Man, the fucking chat is popping already.
So it's an old chat. So if you look back, it is chat from like before because it's 10 p.m. What have you?
Yeah, I see like my.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah. But Joe's stuff is accurate. Joe's stuff is happening right now.
Oh yeah, we was talking about Phantasm. I thought it was like, because like when we set it up, I set up like in advance. People can go to YouTube and be in the waiting room, like waiting for us to start. So I thought people were already in there talking. I was like, oh shit, we're getting something going on.
Well,
wrong.
But they're talking about Halloween 2022, Ozzy.
Yeah, no. So it's the last night because even Jose, who's on our chat right now, is in the chat. They're talking about Phantasm. So I don't know why I did that though. That's fucking weird.
When did you pass that? When did you post that short about Rob Zombie? Is that today?
Last week.
People might be responding to that. Maybe that's what this is.
Who knows? So,
Right.
so just so everybody knows,
What up, Gus?
Jose is actually he's a gamer. Like most of us are gamers, but Jose also does Twitch streaming as he plays and everything.
Yep.
Like, the fuck. We need to get in on this. I mean, I don't play games like that.
Slash some Cuban guy. So that's my handle. I haven't streamed for a bit. I'm kind of MIA right now just because work started back up. So I'm doing the regular 9 to 5, and then but I'm gonna try streaming a little bit more. Right now, my PC is actually down because I was having issues with my graphics card. So I had to send it into the manufacturer. So I'm waiting on the either a brand new one or something. So
just so Tony isn't aware, and this is one thing I always found hilarious, is that so on Xbox 360, you can make like your gamer tag, right? So when you're in the game and you do something, so you're playing like GTA, right? You kill somebody, it's like, oh, so and so killed you. Yeah. Jose's name was some Cuban guy. So you fucking get killed by him. It's like you were killed by some Cuban guy.
Yeah.
Until Xbox
handle.
like, you gotta get rid of that name.
So my original handle was actually Jose the Cuban.
Yep.
So when I and it came from way
Jesus
back
Christ.
when like Halo first started. So on Halo, I don't know if you guys ever played Halo, but on Halo 2 when it was online, right? Anytime someone would die, it would show you like who killed you. So I wanted to be like,
them.
Yeah. So I always wanted to be like, oh, you were killed by like Jose the Cuban. So or like
you could have been like,
Cuban
you're
guy.
welcome for sandwiches and coffee.
Yeah, it was
That's
great. Yeah. So.
Joe's curious what you're playing.
That's a good question. So recently we myself and Mr. Psycho and another friend of ours, John, we've all been playing a game called Grounded over the summer, and then Grounded 2, which actually is currently in early access. So if you guys don't know what that game is all about,
So
the best way to describe it is it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
meets Fortnite.
Yeah, well, not really meets Fortnite. It's like a survival game, but it's basically like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So you're basically like shrunken down to like the size of an insect, and
But you have to like build like your own places, right?
Like
so that's when I say it's like
your own
Fortnite, because in Fortnite, that's what I would picture you doing.
Okay,
Building
so
and killing.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm over here thinking of like Fortnite, like the shooting and stuff. I'm like, well, you're not really shooting insects. So that'd be cool. But yeah, no, it's just like really fun. Like there's like some RPG elements, but it's all about like survival, and you're just like fighting like giant like spiders, and in the new one there's like scorpions and stuff like that, which our first encounter with the scorpions were not great, but but it's a really fun game. So yeah, I'm excited to get back into it and start streaming it.
Yeah.
I'm with Joe. So it's open world. It's what the hell were we playing?
I'm surprised Damien doesn't play.
Well, no shit. But Joe and I were playing a game, or he's still playing a game. 7 Days to Die, I think it is, or something like that.
Ooh,
like,
I heard of that game. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start like your own zombie apocalyptic base, and Joe, like all his group, man. We have like a whole compound where you fight zombies, and like everybody has their own professions or whatever. It sounds like kind of like the same thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so Grounded, like, it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, except obsessed with spiders. Everything is spiders. All the insects you fight are spiders.
No, fuck that game.
Not all of them. He's exaggerating, but yeah.
Fuck that game. Fuck arachnophobia. All that shit. Fuck that.
How many?
Funny enough, Chris, if you are arachnophobic, there is actually an arachnophobia mode. So you can actually there's like a toggle in the options that you can actually turn it on, and it turns like all the spiders into like these little blobs. So they actually have.
Man,
like,
here I thought you were gonna tell me like you turn it on and you turn in like John Goodman and you just start fucking killing spiders.
No.
I was in for a second. I was like, this is gonna be a great fucking game.
So you're a pesticide guy or whatever?
Yeah, that'd be fucking amazing.
I wish there was an arachnophobia game like that. That'd be badass.
Do you remember? I could never get my brother to watch Arachnophobia, but he loved that fucking Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh,
that movie freaks me out.
With David Arquette.
David Arquette movie.
So Arachnophobia, like, was one of those movies where it's like, oh my god, it's crazy. There's fucking spiders everywhere. But now, like, if I watch Eight-Legged Freaks, that fucks me up worse than Arachnophobia.
Because it's giant fucking mutant spiders versus just like spiders.
It's the jump scares too. Like in the beginning, the guy when he falls into all the setups he has, or the aquariums of all the spiders, and he falls into all of them like the whole time. I'm like, no, get him off, bro.
You know, I remember seeing Arachnophobia when I was a kid, and the image of I forgot who it was, but like they go to turn the light on. And the spider's like inside the lampshade and just like falls down and like attacks. Like that image is always in my head to this day when I go to turn a fucking light on inside of a lamp.
Remember.
Like there's gonna be a fucking spider. It's gonna come out.
Give her the glasses. Where it's like,
I don't.
Girl's light switch. She's like.
So just traumatized.
I don't know. I don't have arachnophobia. I just get frustrated because I think it's lazy programming. Every new enemy is a spider. It's like, okay, cool, we get it. There's spiders.
There's literally 2 spiders in the game right now, man.
Hey man, SpongeBob has spiders.
It's literally 2.
So, since we are obviously all have a background and a passion or memories of gaming, right?
Oh.
What can you remember the first game you played? Like your first gaming experience?
Definitely not Mega Man 6.
Oh, I can answer.
And
that.
you're kicked from the group.
So my very first gaming memory, 100% was original Super Mario Brothers on the NES. So that was my very first. I was like 5 years old when my parents got me. It was like my 5th birthday. My parents got me a Nintendo. I remember it was like the bundle. So it had both Super Mario Brothers and like Duck Hunt on it. So yeah, so my first experience was Super Mario Brothers, and then like immediately afterwards was like Duck Hunt. So because we had they bought like it came with like the light gun and everything. So yeah, that's what I remember for sure.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised I'm a gamer because my first experience as a kid, my dad bought the Nintendo for himself. And my first experience was Zelda. And as a child, Zelda sucks. Like,
I don't know. I loved it the first time I played it as a kid.
No, fuck that. 4-year-old trying to play Zelda? No, screw that. When you see your friends are playing Mario, you're throwing turtles and shit at people. Fucking Zelda sucks. You grow to appreciate Zelda as you get more into the story-based games, sure. But, fucking, what is this walking around shit?
Yeah.
my very first gaming experience was actually on the Intellivision. My dad's friend had an Intellivision for his kids, and they were going to upgrade to an NES, so I was given the Intellivision in a big black trash bag with another trash bag of all the games. And the first game I played on that was Donkey Kong, because there's actually the Donkey Kong Intellivision game. And the next game I played, because I knew what Donkey Kong was a game called Burger Time.
Fucking Burger Time.
Yep.
And so, yeah, like, those were my first two gaming moments, were Donkey Kong and Burger Time on the Intellivision.
Melissa still plays Burger Time.
Where can you find it?
We got it for her on it was an app-based version. It was fucking ridiculous. And now there's like some new game that her and her nephews and her sister play. It's like some strategy game where like you're a cook and a bunch of chefs, you have to run around a kitchen fucking like making shit. It's fucking ridiculous. It's annoying as fuck.
Interesting.
Hey look, Jose's got a fan.
Hey,
I had the wood grain Atari as a kid.
Okay.
Before the 2600, I think.
Old ass.
So on wood grain, we had to like go behind the TV and go like switch it from game to TV.
Yep.
And then on the actual game, the first game I ever had was one joystick. It was black, had one orange button. You can move it back and forth. And the game was literally this like peg that went back and forth on the screen and shot a colored cube at whatever was on top of you. Like, wasn't Space Invaders, but it was like, oh, I want to be Space Invaders, but we're not that cool.
Here I thought you were going to tell me you were playing.
E.T., what?
Here I thought you were going to say you were playing, what is it, Pong?
No.
With smaller paddles.
I played that, E.T., and there was this tank game that my brother and I used to play, which is awesome. You would shoot each other, like you had little tanks, you'd move them out, and you had to shoot each other's base. And it was cool. It was a cool game. But
They had that game on the Intellivision, and I used to play that with my dad. That was his favorite game on the Intellivision, was the tank one.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. So silly, but it's cool. This is Coke, by the way.
Sure. If that's not Coke, that's a fucking hell of a drink. So,
It's all screwball.
I got the off topic, but I found the chocolate Crown Royal yesterday.
We got the blackberry crown today.
See, good shit.
We thought of you when we bought it. We're like, oh fuck, we should buy more. They have multiples on the shelf.
Oh man, so over the years of games, Jose had brought it up earlier that we all have memories of obviously the video game systems, but Jose brought up the idea of the old arcade games, going to somebody, maybe Chuck E. Cheese, the local arcade, and playing those games. And I can remember as a kid going, but I can't tell you a single fucking game I played as a kid versus what I played as a young adult when I worked at an arcade. Yeah. Like, I can't tell you what the hell I played when I was a child at those arcades at all, aside from like claw machines.
I'm very different. So growing up, I actually didn't grow up down here. I actually grew up in Tampa, and in Tampa there was a skating rink that was like right down the street from where we live. It was like within walking distance, called Skateland. And the Skateland had like a really, really like good size arcade with a lot of like up to date, like the owner of Skateland was like really, really big arcade guy. So he would always like buy like the newest thing. So my first experience was at that arcade, and I clearly, distinctly remember the first game I ever played, and it was a game called Outrun. So I don't know if you guys ever played Outrun before, but Outrun is one of the first like racing games.
Yep.
That was like
Sega.
It was made by Sega. And
on the Master System.
Yeah, it was on. Yes, it was on the Master System too. But I clearly remember playing that game. I used to spend like hours playing Outrun and just like running the tracks. And I clearly remember like the music. The other game too, and I think Joe brought it up as well. They had Dragon's Lair on that as well. And I never played Dragon's Lair. Like I played like a couple times, but I always died like right at the start because it's one of those like games where it's like you have to know like what to do next, otherwise like you would just die. So the whole purpose of the game was just to spend tokens to figure out like what's the next step. There was this one guy who went to the arcade. Yeah, there was this one guy who like went to the arcade and he was there like every week, and he would just play like Dragon's Lair, and he knew everything. So like me and my brother and like some friends, like we would just watch him play. It was just like watching a movie. Like you're just watching like the whole movie of Dragon's Lair. He was like able to like do everything. We're like, what? How does he know? So not knowing that he probably spent like hundreds of dollars like trying to figure it out, but it was like really cool because he just knew the whole thing, and he would just like basically just beat it over and over again. So
Because like now that I've been thinking about it, I can actually remember as a kid with my dad playing X-Men and Turtles. I remember seeing Dragon's Lair, never played it though. I imagine you guys have all played plenty of Turtles in the arcade.
Yeah, my first ever arcade game was Ninja Turtles, and it was super cool because it was before my uncle died. My father, my uncle, myself, and my cousin, the four of us played the Ninja Turtles arcade game the very first time I ever played arcades, and my uncle kept putting money in, and we played it from start to finish. We beat the arcade game together, the four of us. It's one of my uncle died shortly after that, but it's one of the memories I have of him, one of my favorite memories, and it was just like to play Ninja Turtles in the arcade was crazy. So that's kind of always stuck with me.
What about you, Shellhead?
Well, so in the arcade, the very first game I ever played was just Turtles Arcade. Turtles 2, the arcade game. So it was in an arcade. I mean, outside the arcade, I played so many games on Sega, the Master System. I mean, F-16 Pilot was on Master System. We played
F-16 Pilot.
something
Jesus.
Quest, and I can't remember what it is, but it was like a little girl and a little guy. You could be either one. And it was like they jumped through the levels and they had a little gun. And it's hard to explain, but we had Afterburner.
Afterburner was great.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Love
Especially if you could find the one that you sat in and it would move all
Yes.
around. That
Yep.
was awesome.
yep.
Yes, very cool game on Sega Master System. And then, of course, you had Adventure something, where you had a red car, and it would turn into like a jet or a boat or whatever, depending on what kind of like power-ups you got. I wish I could remember what it was called, but it was a really cool game. My brother and I played it till it died.
I imagine Joe would tell us.
Wasn't that Spy Hunter?
Oh shit, it might be. I'm glad you
Oh
said
yeah, that was Spy Hunter.
Spy
Yeah.
Hunter is the one
Yeah.
that was the arcade game you could turn into different.
It was like
vehicles.
it was like top down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look. Hold on.
Yeah,
got
I think
me
it
now.
was Spy Hunter because I played that. So there was like a Chuck E. Cheese in our house too, and they had Spy Hunter, and we played that game a lot too. There was also like one of the first.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
that's what it
man.
was. Yeah. There was
Spy
I was
Hunter
all
also
was
excited.
awesome.
I'll go find that shit.
there was also like a game. I forget what it was called, but it was like one of the first like kind of like vector games. Like after the Star Wars arcade games came out. But I mean, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like mainly like red and black, and you would like go through tunnels and stuff like that. I just don't remember what it's called, but I used to play that one a lot on at the arcade too.
So I just remember that F-16 Falcon. The reason I thought that game was cool is because you had to take your Master System and pull out the slot for whatever it was, because it was 16-bit cartridge. You had to slide the cartridge in, and the other thing would not fit in, whatever it was, the 8-bit connection, whatever the hell it was. So you could play 16-bit Fighting Falcon. It was a terrible fucking game. And we played for a minute and be like, it sucks. Pull it out, put the other thing back in, and play Spy Hunter.
According to Joe, Spy Hunter didn't have flying though.
It's full of shit. It had a part where
He probably
kinda like,
fucking made it. He probably
kind of like something out of Mask, where it would put the wings out and the car would fly around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you on that one. But
Yeah.
Joe says it's not it. Maybe it's kicks.
Yeah, who's Joe?
I don't know.
I went to the movies with him the other night, but whatever.
It's funny when I would go to arcades, and it wasn't very often because I grew up so poor. I didn't have the money for arcades, but whenever I got to go to an arcade as a kid, I always looked for Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons or X-Men. Like that was the game that I wanted to play. One of the beat 'em ups, because I was never into fighting games. I always thought it was fun to watch Mortal Kombat. Like I loved watching people play Mortal Kombat at the arcade, but I was never interested in playing it myself.
Side scroller beat 'em ups.
Yeah, side scroller beat 'em ups because like you can say that they take a level of skill to do a side scroller really well, but especially for a kid, you could really just get in there and start pushing buttons and have a great fucking time.
Yeah.
Versus Mortal Kombat, unless you're fighting somebody else who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, you got your ass on and it was boring.
And if you had enough quarters, you could, as a kid, be like, hey, I'm going to beat Turtles today. Or I'm going to beat Avengers. I'm going to beat this. Or I'm going to beat that. Because you had enough quarters to do it. And I think that was cool. Like Avengers, I would buy it and take it home, and I could never beat it on the Nintendo. Like, my brother and I would play it, and like, we can't do this. We can't beat it. But he and I would go rent Turtles 3, and it's like a really good memory I have. Like, my brother and I would go and buy Turtles 3 from the video store.
Video
home, and I'd
stores.
be like, hey, do you want to play a long night of Turtles? And he'd be like, yeah. And we knew it was going to be 4 hours of us sitting there playing Turtles until we beat it. We'd get all the way till if you know Turtles 3, we get all the way till the sewer scene where like you have to fight Leatherhead. And that was our first continue. And so we'd kill Leatherhead, we'd get a first continue, we'd go on to I think it's Krang's spaceship, and that was our second continue. We knew we had it timed out. We got to kill all these guys, get to here. We got to kill all these guys, get to here. And we knew after that was our last continue. And if we didn't beat the game, we were fucked. And there were so many times we'd get to the end of the game. My brother always played Donatello, and I always played Leonardo because they had the best special attacks. And there's so many times where I would almost play tank. If you know video games, you know you're a tank, right?
Yep.
I would play tank as Leo and go in there and do there was a spinning attack he did where he just kept spinning around and killing people.
Like a top, yeah.
Yeah, and then my brother would go in as Donnie, and it did the most damage, but it was a stupid attack where he would just spin. But it had a big cooldown. So he would go in and do the cooldown, and there's so many times where I was dead, and he had like 2 bars left, and he would go in, and he's like, keeps doing his spin attack and doing his cooldown, and he'd kill Shredder, and we're like, yeah, we fucking did it. We thought we were gonna die.
And he's like, no, I fucking did it, not you.
Meanwhile, I'm like, all right, fuck you, you did it. But it was cool being a little kid and doing that.
Is your brother older than you?
Oh, my brother I'm 44. My brother is gonna be 48 this year.
Yeah, so he's like, God damn it, I had to carry this team.
I'm telling you, man, like it's funny though because we did these games Game Genie was for Mario. That's what we used it for.
Fair.
So we didn't have Game Genie. We didn't have cheat codes. We didn't have any of that crap. It was just strategically do this, do this, do this. We can beat the game.
So, since we're talking about turtle games, the first turtle game.
Nope, never beat it. In my life, I've never beat it.
Have you seen that somebody made like an AI video recently of a turtle swimming doing that level?
It looks badass.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
that game, man. I played that game so much, and I could not. It's nightmare-inducing.
As a kid, I would play that game over and over and over, and I always got to the same point. It's that point where you're on a rooftop, and you're supposed to jump off the board onto the other side, and my jump would never be long enough to get to the other side. It was always super crazy.
Jose got kicked or something. I didn't do it.
But as I got older with arcade games, I loved Cruising USA, Cruising the World, and Hydro Thunder. Play those games a lot.
Great
yeah,
game.
see, I never got into those. When I started doing racing games, it was like the Need for Speed. There was a couple of Need for Speed. There was a couple other ones like Need for Speed that they printed out the cards. You could save your card information, what vehicle you had. You could put in any one you found at any other arcade and progress. But then obviously the big fighting games, not Mortal Kombat, but the Marvel vs. Capcom. I fucking love Marvel vs. Capcom. We would have tournaments of that shit at work. We would just shut down the night and everybody just said, we're playing Marvel, let's go. And then we'd all just stand around playing Marvel vs. Capcom. I am curious though, because in the chat, we had Gustavo was in here, but he's gone quiet, man. I was expecting to hear some Gus opinions, what games he's playing. I'm trying to remember which fight is Joe talking about? I don't remember. The fight of the giant
It's
crying
a
on the
very
bridge?
Big Apple 3 a.m. on Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
So that very first level, the very first level of Turtles in Time, you're going through New York at night, and then you get to a point where you're on a bridge, and Krang's giant head comes up in the
Okay.
background and starts shooting the lasers out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Okay. I haven't played that game in a long fucking time.
What about it?
No, Joe had mentioned it. He just
Oh,
said it was a
cool.
great fight. I couldn't remember which fight it was. I couldn't picture it.
I actually never played Turtles in Time in the arcade until Arcade 1-Up released their Turtle Arcade, but I played the hell out of that game on the Super Nintendo.
So it's a great game. So Turtles in Time, the Hyperstone Heist, and Turtles in Time, not the arcade, are 3 different games. And the only reason I say that is because the first half is all the same, but until you get to like the main bosses, where it's like in Hyperstone Heist, you fight all the characters over again, almost like a gauntlet. The bosses,
Right.
you fight them again. In Turtles in Time, you fight everybody normal except for Krang, who has like a he's different from the other Krang. So, and then Turtles in Time, not the arcade, is different from Turtles in Time in the arcade. If you play them both, it's 3 different games. Truthfully, it feels like the same game, but it's 3 different games when you get up to Krang.
Yeah. And then back in the early 2000s, they they released Turtles in Time Reshelled on the Xbox 360 and on the PlayStation,
Oh.
where they changed the way that the game looks. They updated the graphics and everything, and they added some extra stuff back into it, but it didn't play as well as it should have.
Welcome back.
Like, it
Jose.
looked great, but it didn't play the way that it should.
Yeah, sorry, I guess my Wi-Fi cut out for a second, but
No, it's fine. While you were gone, I was telling everybody how terrible you are at fighting games, specifically Mortal Kombat. It was crazy. Like, yeah.
let's see.
Thank God.
Should we get it? Should we get into that? Should we get into that? Should we?
I mean, if
So-
we want to talk about boring characters, sure, we can get into that. But yeah.
Oh no, okay, we're not gonna get into that again. No, so I used to be a professional fighting game player. So, but in Mortal Kombat specifically. But yeah, no, like for me, like once like the first Mortal Kombat cabinet, once that came out, and it was actually at Skateland at that arcade. Like I was like hooked as soon as it dropped, and I would play that game nonstop. And then it got even worse once Mortal Kombat 2 came out, because I would literally like I wouldn't go home. Like I would go straight from, because I used to walk home from school. Sometimes I'd take the bus, but I would like literally go from like whether I was walking home or whether like I was getting dropped off the bus. I wouldn't go home first. I would go straight to the arcade and just play, and then like
Fucking delinquent.
yeah, I would just go and play.
Parents worried sick. Where's
And so,
everyone?
yeah.
Hey.
So no, it was like super fun.
See, like I remember,
Yeah.
I remember when Mortal Kombat. Like I wouldn't play against other kids because they were always better than me, right? So like, in the arcade, I wouldn't play. But then I can remember my dad was like, "Oh, yeah, let's play." Like, cool, I'll play with my dad. He doesn't play games, and he fucking destroyed me. And then he was doing fatalities, and he made me cry. I was so upset. It was like I couldn't do the goddamn fatalities.
To be fair, that's what it's like playing against Jose. That's what it's like, because you can tell he's not even paying attention to you. Like, you're just doing everything you can, and Jose just over there with like one button whipping your ass. You don't know what's going on.
Look at this. Oh, Joe wants a challenge.
Oh, okay. MK11. Oh man, I haven't touched MK11 in a while.
Is it MK11 or MK2?
No, it's MK11.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't touched MK11 in a long time. I actually just loaded up like MK1 last night for the first time in like a while, just to see if I remembered anything, and I was still like,
Oh my God, it's so much fun where you get in there and you're like, all right, I'm gonna be this one character, and I'm just gonna keep doing high kicks until you die. And then when you get to the end of the game, and Goro's gonna come on, you'd be like, all right, high kick, until I miss a kick, and then you die. I might end it with an uppercut, but it's just a high kick.
That's great.
He's only grinning because he knows.
I used to do the sweep kick to get through a lot of that.
Just do this, just spam sweep all the time.
Yeah.
You were one of those people.
Well, I was a
Dude,
kid,
my-
yeah.
On Game Boy, that
My
works.
dad made me
awesome.
cry. Goddammit.
So on Game Boy, when I played Mortal Kombat, I used to do a sweep kick with Sub-Zero. So you could beat the game with Sub-Zero doing sweep kicks on Game Boy. But when you got on Nintendo, I had to do like the flying kick or whatever, or like high kick, whatever.
Yeah.
So hey, it sounds like you'd beat Joe though, because you're a button smasher like I am, and Joe hates losing to us.
I don't think I ever lost to like a button masher before. Not like with me like trying. So
Like I can remember when you first start playing, like, you know, as a kid, you start doing the button smashing, right? You just hit them, and you're like, oh shit, I actually won. But then when you get cocky, like, oh, I can do this, and it never works again. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
you only get one shot at the mashing. And after that, you're done.
Yeah.
You get fucking destroyed.
I've only
Yep.
ever beaten Jose in Mortal Kombat once in one round, and it was in Mortal Kombat 9 on the 360. And I don't even remember what I picked. I think Jose and I were both playing.
I think I remember because it was one of the few. It was one of the few losses that I've ever had to John, and so I remember quite clearly. Yeah, it was Katana.
And so I actually legitimately beat Jose in round one. I'm like, holy crap, I beat you. And
Yeah.
Jose's like, okay. Then he proceeds to flawless victory me the next round. And then the round after that. And then he did the most embarrassing fatality that the character had. And I'm like,
I didn't do a fatality. I babalitied you after. Because that was like the ultimate. So in MK9, that was like the ultimate, like, fuck you. It's like you're not even worth the fatality. I'm gonna babality you, so I'm gonna turn you into a baby. Because MK9 actually had like amazing babalities. So like each it wasn't like old MK2 where it'd just be like the sprite of the baby.
Right.
Like the babies would actually do stuff according to like the character. So like
spit up.
so John was playing Katana, so Katana's like babality was like she would like throw her fan and her fan would like whiz around her and then the baby would just like be like on like a little tornado, like fan tornado and spinning around and crying. Like it was
Yeah, that's almost as bad as getting teabagged by
yeah.
Halo. Yeah.
It was great. It was great. But hey, I've got my ass kicked like plenty of times in other video games too. Like in Chris, I remember. So Chris and I actually used to work at Boomers like back in the day, which was an arcade that was right down the road. It was like a big arcade like slash.
It's like a small bootleg amusement park, right?
Basically,
It has
yeah.
some rides and arcades.
Yeah, but it had an awesome arcade. The arcade was awesome. It was like one of the best arcades, probably like within like, I would say like 50 miles.
Fair.
They actually had like two, right? So there was like the main building arcade, and then there was the one across the street. It was like a smaller arcade that they had. So they actually had like two separate arcades, believe it or not. But like a lot of the other employees, like after we would close, they had like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And
Yeah, we were discussing that when you disappeared, but I stopped because I was waiting for you to come back.
oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, like we would play, and I remember like I was like very cocky because I was like, oh, I know how to play fighting games. Like I'm gonna whoop these guys' ass. I go in there and it was like against one of our like assistant managers, and he like bodied me. Like he absolutely destroyed me.
It
With,
was Doyle, wasn't it?
It wasn't Doyle. It was Danny. It was Danny. So, but apparently like Doyle was better, but it was Danny. Like Danny whipped my ass. And then yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm not playing this game anymore.
what about you, Tony? You play any fighting games?
Look at fucking.
So back in the day when I was like in the 8th grade, we used to play Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct.
Okay, yeah, it was
Fair.
awesome. Yeah.
So I always played as Jago, and my friend would play as I don't know his name, but the boxer.
TJ Combo.
Holy shit, he would fuck me up
Yeah.
as combo, and I'm like, I'm playing Jago, I could do like 25 combos. I should be killing you. Never happened. They always beat the shit out of me in like 4 hits as combo guy. When I started playing the bitch with the green outfit, Taki, Jax, whatever.
That is not Maya. That's
Bitch with the green outfit's the new name.
oh my god, I'm not
Who
remembering
knows?
her name.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, she had a green outfit.
Orchid.
Orchid.
Yeah,
I would fuck him up as Orchid.
Orchid was good.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. But
My
yeah,
my
that was
KI main was Spinal. I love Spinal.
great
so-
character if you had his combos down.
Yeah,
If you didn't have his combos, he's just whatever. He just stood there.
I didn't know his combos. I just spammed the skull attack like all the time because it was very cheap.
Yeah.
So I would just piss people off because they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in there and do like a 108 combo," and I'm just like, "Skull."
There's a lot of characters that are like that, right?
You're not coming near me, buddy.
All
In
right,
Killer
Joe.
Instinct, it was like you had one of two things: either you were good about multiple combos, or you knew a few to offset theirs. So like you could be Jago, you could be Orchid, you could be Combo, you could be whoever else, but the skeleton, whatever his name was, and then there's a wolf, something else. They had only 3-hit combos, which were enough to offset the rest. So if you landed those, you killed your guy. But if you were Jago, you had to do a 100-hit combo to equal the same kill
Damage.
factor that the other guy did. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But apparently, Joe was doing 190 hit ultra combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's about how many hits like the game was for like a lot of like the.
If I was standing there,
Raptor.
if we were at an arcade or even sitting down playing a game, and somebody hit me with a 190 hit combo, I would attack them in real life.
Well, if you're
it
playing,
would happen a lot, man.
if you're playing Killer Instinct,
Yeah.
you're a raptor. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see Chris just turning into Stone Cold. Well, I wish you hadn't done that, but I'm kind of glad you did and start whipping.
He goes, well, let's do this. And he put an X up.
Just, oh man, I'd be pissed.
You guys remember Primal Rage?
Yes.
Yes.
Great
Yeah.
game.
The 90s were a great time for fighting games. All sorts of crazy shit came out, and
Well, Mortal Kombat laid the frame for all that.
yeah, but then all the rest of them just kind of disappeared for a long time. You had Killer Instinct, and then you had Killer Instinct. Was it Gold?
Gold, yeah.
And then
KI2 came out, yeah.
and then it disappeared for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it came back. Microsoft brought it back, but it was all kind of piecemeal. It was pay as you go, and it never really went anywhere.
But
Yeah, it was pretty popular actually, at least among the fighting game community. The KI revival, the KI game that came out with Xbox One, it was really good. It was just not very I don't think it was very well promoted by Microsoft.
I didn't know it came out, so I'm happy
Yeah,
to say
a lot of
it's
people
well
just didn't
promoted.
play it. It had 2 full seasons. It had crazy guest characters too. It had General Ram was a character.
Wow.
From Gears of War. Rash, one of the Battletoads, was in the game. So they had actually, and the Arbiter from Halo was in the game.
Wow.
So
okay.
they actually had a really really good lineup, and they had pretty much all the characters that you could think of from the first 2 Killer Instinct games. So it was actually a really really good game.
Arbiter
It was
made me
really
think of
solid.
StarCraft. I played a lot of StarCraft, but that's
Me too. I love StarCraft.
Oh my god, I love StarCraft.
Yeah, I'm a big RTS guy. I love
Ugh.
real time strategy was my shit, dude. I played that. shit all the
Evolves was the most fun map to play.
Yeah.
But that was so when you said Arbiter, all I could think was, Protoss and
the
the
Protoss Arbiter.
Yes.
yes.
So I'm just looking at the chat here. So apparently Tim has been to Boomers.
Tim's
I-
Yes, back in the day, Grand Prix. Yeah.
I can only assume.
I'm drunk and Tim doesn't know anything.
Well, no, I'm gonna give it to him because he's from South Florida. So now in my head, he's probably one of the assholes who I kicked out all the time. I'm just gonna assume that he's one of the ones that I used to kick out all the time.
Yes. on top of being like an outside manager, Chris was also the bouncer of Boomers.
Fucking
As in-
cause an accident, I jump on their fucking hood. I meant to do that. Oh, I meant
The
to do
manager
that.
would just-
Take their fucking wristband.
Because we didn't have security back then.
That was
So it would just be like, Chris, can you come out here and deal with this guy? I can't deal with him.
That was actually one of the funniest moments I ever witnessed at Boomers. We used to go and hang out on the nights you just pay some money and get in, but Chris worked there, so he'd get us in for free. But we were all hanging out by the NASCARs one night, and that's where Chris worked. And all of a sudden, this kid comes flying around, and Chris was like, "All right, everybody, slow down." This kid did not slow down at all, and he nailed the pylon that he was supposed to stop at, and the whole back of the car lifted up and slammed down. And Chris was like, "You okay? You okay?" And the kid was like, "Yeah, man, I meant to do that." And Chris was like, "You meant to do that?" Yeah. Good. Get out and don't come back. Kid was like, "What do you mean?"
Fucking people. But now I'm just picturing I kicked him out of the Boomers all the time.
Yeah.
So you deserve it.
Chris just carried around scissors. He would just cut their wristband. It's like, "You're gone. Bye."
Fuck those guys.
Wow.
Tony being beat up by a black boxer and Killer Instinct explains a lot.
I mean, Tim, you get beat up by the fact your dad never comes back.
Whoa!
Too much?
He replaces it with lizards. It's okay. So,
I'll come back soon, buddy. You keep that faith high.
So, what other classic games were there at the arcades, though? I'm trying.
The Avengers was awesome.
I mean,
I never played the Avengers.
I never played the
did
Avengers. Yeah.
Oh, well. So the
I
Avengers.
imagine side scroller.
Well, it is a side scroller.
Okay.
It's a real fun game, but I wasn't able to beat it until I played it on Nintendo, like physically. It was too complex. It sounds stupid, but it was too complex, even in the early '90s, late '80s, for a console game. You needed to be able to be articulate with your fingers, on a pad, right? On a Nintendo pad.
Shooting games.
So we'll have to get into the shooting games.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
House of the Dead, that's a great game.
Yeah, House of the Dead. Time Cop.
Time Cop was great.
Yeah, Time Cop was really good.
What about Terminator versus RoboCop? That game was always fun. It wasn't great, but it was fun.
I never played it.
You know what game I never played?
Yeah.
But talk to me about. And to this day, I wish that I could find a way to play it. The old Alien vs Predator side
I
scroll.
love that game.
You used to talk about that game all the time. I've never seen it.
I didn't even know it was a thing until I went to an indoor flea market, and in the little arcade section they had the actual cabinet there. I had no idea it was even a thing. Yeah, that game was.
And it was a
great.
big game too. It was I think who was it? Capcom or Konami? Like one of the big companies.
It was Capcom, yeah. It was a side scroll from Capcom.
Like it was it was a big thing.
It was fun though. You could be Dutch, somebody else. It was Dutch, Mashiko, and then a bunch of different predators.
But you can play as the predators. That was the cool thing, is just being able to play as the predators.
Yeah, but it was Mashiko, but they didn't use her name. They called her something else, Lynn or something. It was basically supposed to be like the Mashiko from the comics.
Yeah.
But
for me, definitely my fondest memories were playing, besides Turtles, because I think we can all say Turtles. But for me, it was like Simpsons the arcade game. It was a big one.
I never beat it. I played the hell out of it. Never beat it though.
Simpsons the arcade
Bart
game was
versus
amazing.
the Space Mutants.
Yeah.
On the NES? Oh, I hated that.
That was
game.
good too. Or Bart's Nightmare was another one I played. That was on.
Yes.
I don't remember if it was on NES or Sega.
It was on NES.
Was it on NES?
SNES.
Yeah. So Bart's Nightmare.
So Space Mutants. Oh my god, I'm drunk. Was on NES. Anything after that was SNES or the arcade.
What about
NES.
what about Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
That was a good game. I had that on Sega.
I fucking love that game, bro.
Yeah, it was a great game.
But you get to say the one where you're in a department store and there's little toys and Chucky dolls running around and you have to kill them.
Yeah.
That was one I never beat either, but I loved the hell out of that game. That and the Haunting. The Haunting.
I don't think I ever played The Haunting.
So the Haunting, you're a ghost of a guy who was killed by this mafia type whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point of the game is that you're haunting his house, and you have to scare his entire family out of the house. So you sit there and you're in a room, you could jump into the couch, jump into the TV, and then like shit would just happen. The couch gets teeth. It starts like chasing the people. A head pops out of the TV, and then like you scare them out of the house, and then they move to a new house, and then you pop up in that house and scare them the fuck out of that house too.
That sounds. Was that an arcade game?
No, that was Sega. I played on Sega.
For me, man,
What's
one
the
of
game called?
my favorite
Haunting?
arcade games. One of my favorite arcade games was the Jurassic Park arcade game. So, and that was like a big like cabinet style. You played with like another person.
So-
There was like they had like the regular ones, but the ones that you always wanted to go to was a sit down one. It was a huge machine, and you would sit down in it, so it would like simulate like you're in the Jeep in Jurassic Park, and it was a shooter.
Oh
So
yeah.
you would literally like run. So it was a rail shooter,
That was arcade
but it was
style,
crazy.
Right?
Huh? Yeah,
It was arcade style, so it was like you had to like go and then reload and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. But it was sitting down. It was like you're in the
Yeah.
vehicle, and so you're like sitting down and shooting, but the seat would move
It vibrates
along with you. So and it was like one of the first like arcade games that actually had that like real like simulation style like seat would move everything, like it was crazy.
Well, weren't the guns like mounted though? The guns were mounted. Weren't
The guns were mounted, yeah. So it was like I don't know if you ever played like the John brought up like Terminator versus RoboCop. I don't know if Terminator versus RoboCop had it, but I remember like that game had it, and then one of the older like Aliens games had it as well, where it was just like a mounted gun.
Yeah.
Terminator had it where you can like just.
Yeah, Terminator had it too, yeah. So, but yeah, it was like that. But man, that game was super fun.
Well, I can remember the level where you're in the Jeep. Obviously, the whole thing you're in the Jeep, but like you're going backwards.
Yes.
Those fucking dinosaurs are running and they're like jumping over you and shit.
Yep.
They're like a stampede of fucking.
You would have
dinosaurs.
literally like hundreds of raptors coming at you. Like they're just coming at you at the screen constantly. And like the whole time I'm like, there were never this many raptors in the movie. What's going on?
This isn't canon, goddammit.
This isn't. They're just everywhere.
Like 9-year-old Jose, this isn't like the movies.
This isn't like the movie at all.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, that was.
I'm
that
out.
was fun.
I got a show to get ready for tomorrow.
You got a what?
Toy show to get ready.
Oh yeah,
for.
you do that tomorrow.
Yes.
Later,
So,
Shellhead.
thank you guys for having me on. Shellhead Toys, come see us on Tuesdays. If not, you got Collector's Hideout, man, to feed on.
Oh, and I feed him.
Later, Tony.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, Tony.
Thanks.
Later, man.
Good to talk to you. See ya.
No, video games are interesting, man, because sometimes you get these awesome game concepts that you think should continue, and then they never do, right? Like you
I
were
want to
talking
talk about Rampage after this because
Yeah, Rampage is classic.
you were talking about that Sega game where you haunt things.
oh, fucking love that
GameCube
game.
did a game years after that where you were a spirit and you could haunt things and people, like you could possess them and make them do things. But what I was getting at is game concepts that are so cool that deserve to be revisited. Like, so you had a Predator game back in the day on PlayStation 2,
right. Concrete
Was it Concrete Jungle?
Concrete
and that
Jungle,
game
yeah.
Concrete
was
Jungle,
so
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they would not make another open world Predator game like that. Especially with the resurgence of the franchise, right? Like, you would think that they would do that, but they haven't.
Yeah, they've stuck with the first person shooter style,
Yeah.
which was great. I don't know if you. I mean, I'm sure you guys have probably played like not the original that came out on PC, but there was like a remake that came out years later on Xbox 360. That was like really fun, and it had like the 3 campaigns. You could play as a Marine, you could play as Alien, you could play as Predator. It had multiplayer. The multiplayer was super fun on that game. But like the Predator story on that game was super good.
That's funny.
That is a. I've seen that art before.
Yeah, so that's the game, Haunting.
Yeah, I've seen that art. So I'm surprised I don't remember. I don't think I ever played it, but yeah, that's I clearly remember that art. Yeah, it's funny too because the Haunting art kind of looks like the Zombie Ate My Neighbors art. Like they're pretty
Kind of, yeah. Zombie Embers was after that, but yeah, the Haunting though, yeah, shit was. Oh man,
That sounds fun. I'll have to.
it's just fun though to possess everything.
Yeah, I'll have to. So at there's a barcade that I like to go to called 10th Level Tavern. where they have they have setups with emulators all across the bar that have like literally every single game, like every single old school game you could think of, from like Atari all the way up to like N64.
Nice.
So I'll have to. You said it was on Sega.
It was a Sega. I played on Sega.
I'll have to check. So it's that emulator will have it. Like I'll have to check it out.
It's fun. Like I said, you're just scaring these people out of their fucking house.
That's super funny.
And then eventually, I think the second level there becomes like a bad spirit that tries to fight you, and then you can like do this like spin kick to like get rid of it.
Yeah.
But if there's a dog in the room, the bad spirit won't come because the dog's there. But once the dog leaves, that bad spirit will come and try and fuck you up. And if he hits you too many times, you go to like an underworld where you have to collect like some type of like plasma to get enough plasma to go back and haunt more. Like
funny.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So like I've like played a ton of Sega games because I don't think we've talked about it yet, but there used to be something called the Sega Channel, which was basically like the cable. You pay the cable company. Not all areas had it, but it basically be like this kind of big cartridge that would also hook up to your cable. And
that sounds like rich people shit back in the day.
It kind of was, even though we weren't rich. Like my dad still paid for it because
I feel like your dad probably knew a guy.
Well, my dad, he actually back in the day, like he used to play games too, but he primarily played like baseball games. So he would play like World Series baseball, and so he got it, but he also got it for like me and my brother to play. So, but every month they would have like a rotation of like games that you can play. So have like over 100 games that you can like choose from, and it would rotate. And then sometimes they would have like new demos of like upcoming games. So like I was able to play like Vector Man before like it came out. I was able to play like Sonic 3 before it came out. But like they used to have a ton of games. So that's actually how I played like Zombie Ate My Neighbors, was through Sega Channel. But I'm surprised because I don't remember The Haunting. I don't think they ever had it on the Sega Channel, so I don't know if it was.
No.
You said it was before, so it was probably on the Master System. So maybe that might have been, because that art looks like it's like Master System.
No,
art.
that was definitely Genesis.
It was Genesis. That's why I had a Genesis growing up. So yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's funny that you brought up Sega Channel because Tony left, and Sega Channel was where people that owned a Sega could actually play Mega Man.
Fucking Mega Man. God
Mega
damn
Man.
it. So, I just wanted to touch on because Tim, after me kicking him out of Boomers all the time, brought up Rampage.
Rampage World.
I loved Rampage.
Yeah.
But like,
fun game.
I enjoyed obviously the whole aspect of it, crawling the building, destroying it, eating the people.
Yeah.
I hated having to like play against somebody. Like, I just wanted to destroy the fucking buildings. I didn't give a shit about the versus mode. Like, this is not for me. I just want to destroy and destruct these fucking buildings. So I love that game, though.
I would play that game, and then like me and a friend, we would never actually like fight each other. We would just like destroy everything. So instead of like fighting each other, we would like literally like just like try to like destroy everything on the screen. And then like that was like the fun of the game, though. But that was like, you could just play that game. It was such a good arcade game because it's like you weren't limited by like the story or whatever. Like you could just put quarters in and just play and just like destroy things.
Like you'd have to have a partner who is in that same mindset, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even
so
still,
like you and I could play that game, we'd be good.
Yeah.
But like one of us and John couldn't play that because he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to attack them while they're not paying attention because I want to beat them," right?
I know what you're talking about.
Like, that's the shit that gets annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
But I didn't know they remade it. Apparently, they did a movie version. Did you guys know that?
I did not.
A movie
so
version?
According to Joe here, at Dave & Buster's, they had a Rampage was based on the movie. So I'm assuming you were the Rock crawling up buildings and destroying them. I feel like that's what it was about.
I did watch the movie, though, and I enjoyed it.
It was a good movie, but it's The Rock, right?
Yes.
The Rock's, yeah. So I'm assuming he was the main character, destroying everything with the people's elbow.
Joe brings up a really good point, though.
About what?
About the arcades that have been popping up recently in Dave and Buster's and then not like getting released anywhere else. There's been a couple of cool games that would have done well on home consoles, in my opinion, that never got ported over. And then it took years. So the Ninja Turtle game that was Dave and Buster's for years, and then like I think it was last year or the year before they finally ported it to home consoles. But I mean, the arcade game came out, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, and it took years to port it over. And by that time, we'd already left that Ninja Turtle show, went into another Ninja Turtle show that also went off air, and then went into another iteration of Ninja Turtles. So by the time that game hit the console market, it was so far removed from what was going on, it didn't really get good sales.
I mean, like, I understand that arcades would have games essentially exclusive, because some things are just, you don't have the space for them at home, right?
Yeah.
For like a fighting game, doesn't make sense because it's just fucking controls. But if you have like arcades, always seem to get like alien shooting games.
Yeah, like the number one seller right now for like arcade units isn't so much the game itself; it's like the peripheral type of game, right? So it's always going to have something attached to it. So a good example is like a lot of the racing games, right? So like, I think at Boomers we had the Fast and the Furious games, where you were on like a motorcycle. So, or you had like rhythm games.
On a car. You were sitting in a car for Fast and Furious.
I think there was a motorcycle one too, if I remember.
Not for Fast and Furious.
No, not for Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
I think Excite Bike.
The Fast and Furious
maybe
was essentially a reskin of Cruisin' USA.
Okay.
It had the exact same mechanics. The cars worked the same way.
What game am I thinking of then? There's definitely like a. There was definitely like a.
So there's definitely a motorcycle game, but it wasn't Fast and Furious though.
Okay, I don't remember which one it was.
There's been like several motorcycle games. I was talking shit when I said Excite Bike because it definitely wasn't Excite Bike.
No, it wasn't Excite Bike, but there was definitely. I just don't remember what it was, maybe, but there was definitely.
Because I don't know if they ever did. Because I remember I used to play. What the fucking game was it? It was a motorcycle game. Road Rash.
Road Rash is good, yeah. Road Rash.
I don't know if that seems like it would have made good for a arcade version, but I don't know if they ever did an arcade version for that game.
I don't think so. I think that was like a home release. I don't remember there being a.
Road Rash is great.
Road Rash is a great game. Yeah.
Beating the shit out of people with chains.
Yes, fantastic.
The
crowbars.
The club and the crowbar were my favorite. The noises they made were so good. The club's all.
Yeah.
Looking at the chat here, Gustavo said Predator Hunting Ground. I've never played it.
Never heard of it.
Predator Hunting Ground is like it's like Friday the 13th, Chris.
Oh, it's esoteric.
Yeah, it's the.
But they have like I guess the different character builds you can do.
It's like asymmetrical. It's asymmetrical.
They have female predators, like the different skins and shit you can use. There's like a samurai one. Like they've done like a bunch of different types of.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know about that. No.
Yeah.
But Chris, I know you've played the Friday the 13th game. So, which you never played the Friday the 13th game?
I haven't never played it.
Oh wow, okay.
Because I didn't have online play at the time, so it's like you can't do shit if you're not online.
Oh damn, yeah, that was a really fun game. Yeah.
I got it on clearance for like $6. So I was like, all right, it's in the collection at least.
Believe it or not, now, so that same company, Ilphonic, so they went on to do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, which was also really fun. I love that game too. But now they just announced that they're coming out with a Halloween game. So they're going to be doing like
time before they do Terrifier. Can't wait.
Oh well, I don't know about that. They might. I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be like Terrifier video game at some point. But yeah, they're going to be doing a Halloween as like an asymmetrical style like survival game.
And it sucks that I wanted to play the Friday the 13th one, but like I said, like I didn't have online at the time, so it's like
that game was just dumb fun. Like it was so crazy, but like it was just so funny because like you see like all these other games that are like in that style, like for example like Dead by Daylight, where it's like you can like mess with the killers and like it would be so like in Dead by Daylight, right? Like you could throw like a pallet down on the killer, you could stun them. You could not do that with Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th was like Jason just had such the most ridiculous moves. He could just teleport like across the map. So the way the teleport
have you
would
never
work
seen the
too.
movies? He kind of does that.
No, but but the way the game did it was so genius because the game would do it. So when you hit the teleport, the game screen would do like the videotape rewind like thing. So you would see Jason, and it would just do that little thing on the screen, and he'd be gone. And then it would do it again, and he's right in your face. And then like the music starts playing, and you're like, oh my god, Jason's right here. And what also was really cool was after a certain amount of time, Jason would just he would get enraged. So once Jason was in that rage state, typically like you would have to like use the machete or the whatever weapon he had to like break through the doors or break the windows. When Jason was in rage, he could just walk right through the wall. And it would be
He's Jason. He can do what the fuck he wants. It's his game.
Yes. So he had an ability. So each Jason, there was like a ton of different Jasons you can choose from, all from like the different movies. So they all had like different abilities. One of the abilities that Jason could use was he has like a stealth ability, right? So if you turn that on, it would turn off the music that plays when he was around. So one of my favorite things to do was I would just like I would do the teleport, right? Because it would show everyone's screen like, oh, he teleported away. So I would do that, but I would stay in the same spot. I would turn on the stealth, so everyone would think I'm gone, and then I could see them through the window, and I would just walk right through the wall and just like grab someone and just like kill them, and it would be the most hilarious things because some of the kills in that game were so goddamn funny. So and he had like environmental kills, right? So one of the stages had like a fireplace. So one of the kills is he would just throw the other character into the fireplace and like shove his foot on their back, and they would just like burn alive, and it would just like it was so funny. Like some of the kills in that game were just so ridiculous. He had the freaking the boxing kill from like from I forget which Friday it was. It takes Manhattan.
I think it was Manhattan.
Where he was just like, "Give me your best shot," and he would just punch the guy's head off. he had that kill in Friday the 13th, and it was so funny because it was just it would just show like the player. The player would be like all dizzy, kind of like a Mortal Kombat like finish him, and then Jason would just go like this, and he would just go, boom, just punch their head off. It was so good.
So, Joe confirms that Fast and Furious had a multiplayer sit down, but yeah, there's no motorcycle Fast and Furious.
Right.
So you've gone crazy. But Gustavo's asking if anybody's played Wu Chang Fallen Feathers or Black Myth Wukong. I've never even heard of those.
I've heard of those.
I haven't heard of the first one, but I've heard of Black Myth Wukong. I haven't played it though.
I read those names, and I just picture like a Wu-Tang video game.
No, Black. So I don't know about the first one, but I know like Black Myth Wukong is like you play as like the Chinese like monkey god, like Wukong or whatever. Whatever his name is. But it's basically kind of like a Dark Souls-esque kind of game, where it's like third person. You have combat abilities and all that stuff. So, but I haven't
heard of it. That's a new one to me.
Yeah.
Trying to see if we're missing anything else here in the chat. Somebody just said something.
Yeah. When that Halloween game comes out, we definitely gotta try that out because that's gonna be fun.
I mean, as long as it comes out for like a system that I can.
Yeah, they've come out on like all the systems, and they have crossplay. Like Texas Chainsaw had crossplay. So did Friday the 13th, actually. Friday the 13th had crossplay.
Apparently Wu Chang is free on Xbox Game Pass.
Wu Chang. Okay, I have to check it out. I haven't heard of that one.
We got that Ghostbusters game that plays that same way, but we haven't actually played it yet.
Oh, the asymmetrical style? Yeah, you guys were telling me about that game. There was like so little press about it. So
No, I mean, apparently it's very, very good. You play as a ghost, and the ghosts are different, and you can like play tricks on people and do stuff like that. Like I've played the single player, which the single player when you're a Ghostbuster anyway, it plays a lot like the old Ghostbusters game from 2009, except you're in first person. But again, it plays a lot like it. It's fun. We just never played multiplayer, so who knows?
Yeah, we did play multiplayer for the other one, for that original 2009 one back.
That
in
was-
Yeah, but then once people started getting pissed off about the you couldn't fucking get all the achievements and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the broken achievements. Yeah, I remember that.
We beat everything. We just like want to get all the goddamn achievements.
Yeah, but it was fun though because it was like a horde mode style game. So it was just like it was co-op. So there wasn't like multiplayer like in the sense of like you're versing against other players, but it was still like a lot of fun like playing that game.
I was really disappointed that they didn't bring it back for the remaster, especially because when the remaster launched, the company was like, "Hey, we're trying to sift through everything, and like we have the multiplayer game now, and we're trying to make it work, and we're hoping that we can release it as DLC later." And then nothing ever came from
They
it.
never did it, yeah. Which sucked because we had a lot of fun in that.
That game was awesome.
Yeah.
If they built an entire game like that, all these different ghosts, all these different areas, I think that there are a bunch of people our age that would play the hell out of it.
I think so, yeah.
But have it. What kind of gameplay though?
Well, I'm talking about exactly like it was, right?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you're battling ghosts, but then like after so many levels, do like a boss. So have you fight Stay Puft, have you fight Garaka, like
Yeah.
put it
I
together.
mean, part of me though wants to see like a Ghostbusters, free roam, right?
Like,
Yeah,
like an open world style game?
Yeah, like open world style. Just let fucking drive around, go to different locations. You get calls.
You get calls,
Oh,
yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that'd be a cool idea.
That I can picture being like Predator hunting grounds or what? Not hunting grounds. The other one,
Concrete
Concrete
Jungle.
Concrete Jungle, or the Spider-Man games. Where you just get the calls, or even the Arkham games, right? Have that fucking free roam ability. I think that would be a great opportunity, but.
I think
Yeah,
it'd be great
I
to have an
guess.
Arkham style game that was 4-player co-op that was Ninja Turtles.
That'd be cool.
Right? Like imagine
Yeah, so the
imagine an
Ninja-
Arkham
Nobody would
style-
agree on where to go.
Yeah.
like it wouldn't matter.
That's true.
Beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. We need a good we haven't had a good Ninja Turtles game like that in a long time. What I would like too is I would like a really good multiplayer, and we had these really good games of years ago, the Transformers games.
Yeah.
So was it War for Cybertron?
Cybertron.
Man, those games were really good, really good. And I was really sad that we never got proper multiplayer co-op style games that were set in on Earth, right, with Transformers. So I don't know. I feel like that was a really big missed opportunity for Hasbro and stuff like that.
Because it was a
Hasbro likes to drop the ball. That's their MO.
Well, no, I mean it was a trilogy, but the problem is that the first one was great, but the multiplayer started suffering from the same problems as Call of Duty. Like there were things that would break the multiplayer game and piss people off. Then the second one came out, and the multiplayer was worse, and they took away the story co-op in the second game, if I remember correctly. Like you couldn't have as many people playing the co-op story together.
Yeah.
And then the third game came out, and they tried to meld the game story to the movie stories. They tried to make them now these two worlds are being sucked together, and it
didn't work.
make any sense at all. And then the multiplayer was delayed, and then it finally came out. It was terrible, and people were like, "Okay, I'm done." And the game didn't really sell. They're like, "Nobody wants this game anymore."
Dude,
It's the same thing Hasbro does with a lot of their stuff.
yeah, but the stories though for the first two games were fantastic.
Yeah,
And some of the set pieces they had were so good. Remember Fall of Cybertron? So one of the things that sold me on the game was the trailer. And I don't know if you remember the trailer for Fall for Cybertron, but they showed off Metroplex, right? So I'm like, oh man, this looks awesome. But there's no way this is actually gonna be in the game. And then you go and play the game, and literally it's one of the first things you do is you activate Metroplex. And so he's just and you get to play as him. And I was like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever done in a game, just stomping around. First of all, the lead up going into you're inside Metroplex, and then you don't know that you're in Metroplex, and then all of a sudden you walk into that bright room and like Metroplex talks to you, and like Optimus is like, oh, he's a friend, right? And then you see him like transform, and he's like, Metroplex, he's the call of the last prime. You're like, oh my god, this is so epic. Like, it was just such a cool moment in the game that I was just like, man, this is like so awesome.
Tony
I've never
misses
played
Mega Man
any
and
of them.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said Tony misses Mega Man and now Transformers.
I've never played any of the Transformer games.
Yeah, they're really fun. If you can find them like I'm sure you can find like on discounts. They're still, I think they're still very much worth
So
playing.
What game is Dead by Daylight? I've missed that one.
I'm a big Dead by Daylight fan. I haven't played it in a while, but man, I was hooked on that game.
Well,
Dead by
according to
Daylight.
Joe, like in that game, you could be Leatherface,
Yep.
Ghostface, Alien,
Yep.
Saw. Like I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know if you're Billy the
Pinhead
doll or
from Hellraiser, Chucky, like so. Dead by Daylight, it's a asymmetrical like survival horror game where it's one player against four players. The four players are just like survivors, are trying to like leave the map basically, and the killer is trying to kill them.
Okay.
But it's been around for almost 10 years now. It's been around for a really long time.
I missed that. One.
It started primarily as like a PC game, but then they've been on console for like quite a few years now. But yeah, they're just able to get all of these like crazy IPs from not just like movies but games. So there's like Resident Evil.
I mean, I feel like it can't be. I mean, I guess Resident Evil might be hard because Capcom is notorious for being a bitch, right? But like, I can't see like a lot of these companies being like, no, you know what, you can't use it. Like, no, you're gonna give us money, go ahead, use it. As long as it's not stupid, use our content.
Yeah, no, and they've been able to get like all of these different IPs, man. Like, it's great. If you actually see the list of killers, you'd be like, this is insane. Like, how were they able to get all of these different IPs? I mean, they have literally like so many different IPs. Like, most of, if you could think of like a popular killer, like it's probably in the game. Like I said,
they have Freddy on here, so you know.
Freddy's on there. He's in the game.
Oh yeah,
Freddy's in the game. Yeah, Freddy, Leatherface. The only one is not on that list is Jason, but that's because of the Friday the 13th game and because of the rights issues with Jason and Friday the 13th,
which seems to have been fixed now.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. Jason.
So he might end up being in the game. We don't know. But yeah, like I said, even like games, even shows like Stranger Things, you can play as the freaking the Demogorgon's in the game.
God
you can play as Vecna's in the game. So it's Vecna, like
That's
the actual Dungeons and Dragons Vecna, but it's still Vecna. But they have Dracula, like Dracula from Castlevania's in that game. Like Wesker and Nemesis from Resident Evil are in the game. Pyramid Head from Silent Hill's in the game. Like there's
so see now, hearing all of those are in the game, right?
Yeah.
And you said it's a 1 versus 4, right? So
yeah.
it's one killer versus 4 survivors.
Right.
You have to either kill them or escape, right? Or they have to escape, type of thing. Fucking make it 4 versus 4, fucking all killers, and just fucking.
There is another mode that they added like a couple about a year and a half or maybe a couple of years ago. So there is like a 2v8 mode in it where there's 2 killers and there's 8 survivors. So, but it's like it's asymmetrical. Yeah, it's cool because so when you're playing as a survivor, you're playing in third person. When you're playing as the killer, it's in first person. So, that kind of like balances out the game a little bit. The way that they also balance it is they always make the killers like a little bit faster than the survivors. So the survivors can't just like run forever, right? So eventually, like if you're chasing a survivor, eventually you're going to catch up to them if you keep chasing them. Where it gets difficult is, like I said, the survivors can disrupt you, right? There's like pallets and stuff like that. They can drop on your head. They can stun you.
Do they trip over nothing?
Huh?
Do they trip over nothing?
The survivors?
Yeah. 'Cause every horror movie,
Uh,
they go running off in the woods. They trip over nothing.
no, they. I don't think so. I don't think so.
They
No.
always be tripping.
No, I don't. I don't think they trip over nothing. But like all of the killers have like abilities that can disrupt the survivors' like attempt to escape. Obviously, so a really good example is like the alien. So the the xenomorph has this mode where he can. There's like tunnels in the map, and he could like go into the kind of like he could in the vents in the movies, and he could crawl through, and he would like sprint from like one side of the map to another through these tunnels, and pop up and like scare the shit out of like a survivor, and then like he also has he has a tail attack too that is longer than like a normal range attack.
That's pretty dope.
He can also like crouch. So he's like
Apparently,
he's like one of the only killers that can crouch. So you can actually hide behind like certain things, and then like pop out and attack people. So
apparently there's a Nostromo repackaged map too.
yeah, so one of the maps is the Nostromo. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I'll
So
have to- I'll have
it
to
is
look
really
it up.
cool. It is really cool.
So I want to mention just because Joe did say it, and it's not game related, but I know John, you haven't seen Terrifier.
Nope.
Have you seen Terrifier, Jose?
I have, yes, I've seen all three.
So I didn't know, but that David Howard Thornton wants to play Joker in DCU.
I have heard those rumors. Yes, I think he himself has said it. So
I don't
think
know how I feel about that.
It's interesting. I feel like I don't know. Going from like one clown to another would be really funny, but
One clown who doesn't talk and one clown who won't shut
yeah, but
the fuck
that's
up.
the thing. Like that's the whole mystique around Art is that he doesn't talk. Like he's maniacal, but he's like literally a mime. Like he doesn't actually he never actually says anything. Even when he laughs, he doesn't make noise.
Right, that's why he has like the horn. Like
Yeah, like
he makes noise with
that's the
other things.
whole. That's like the whole mystique around Art. So I don't know how I would feel about David Howard Thornton like actually like saying lines and stuff. I don't know. It'd just be kind of weird. I like him as Art. I think he's like perfect for that role.
Yeah, no, exactly, Joe. That's my question. Like I only know him from Terrifier.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could play a silent. And he brings out the personality.
Great, great body language, great facial expressions.
Right,
The,
so you
smile,
figure-
the smile is like one of the creepiest smiles, like probably in movie history.
So you figure he's playing a mime, and all
Yeah.
the personality he does bring out would show that he can act.
Yeah,
But the question is, can he verbally act?
exactly.
Can he bring that much? I don't know.
Yeah, because he definitely has like the mannerisms for sure. Like
Oh, yeah.
I think he could definitely do the mannerisms for Joker.
But
But that's the thing is it's Joker is. I mean, we've seen the caliber of actor that is needed to like really bring the Joker to life in like every sense. I mean, we had Jack Nicholson play him. We've had Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix.
But they've
Like-
been such drastic, different Jokers, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like you can't. I mean, at least I can't sit there and say that any of the Jokers that have been portrayed in live action films are anything like each other. And you might see
No,
like some
I agree.
homages here and there, but they're completely different
yeah,
takes.
but that's they're in.
right,
Well-
like they're playing different roles. So the Joker that you get in Batman 1989 is not like this crazy homicidal, anarchistic.
Right? No, I get that. I'm just saying, but like we've just never like. I guess I understand that they're all different versions of the Joker, right? Because they're different styles. One's the more mafia style, one's the batshit crazy, but Batman, because they don't all play Batman the same, but at the same time they all play Batman the same, right? It's fucking Batman. They each bring their own uniqueness to the character of Batman, but when you look at it, you're like, no matter what you look at, you're like that's Batman. But when you look at Jack Nicholson Joker, and you compare it to Joaquin Phoenix Joker, one who's not familiar with the world and knows that it's a Joker could say Joaquin Phoenix Joker wasn't Joker, right? Like, there's nothing there that puts them two together. Like, oh, that's obviously Joker. Whereas all the Batmans have obviously been fucking Batman.
Because Batman costumes look the same, right? Like, so
That's not my problem.
we're talking about looks. But I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is, I haven't seen Terrifier. But what my question would be is, because you talk about the mannerisms and the facial expressions and everything else, would be, do you want a copy of one clown playing the other clown? Like,
Yeah, like
So-
like he would need to make Joker unique to him.
Right.
And it's like we've seen so many different sides of Joker played by so many different people. I mean,
I
even
think-
Mark Hamill, like that was a different Joker than anything we've seen on live action.
so
Mark
the-
Hamill's the definitive
No.
Joker, by the way.
Yeah, so it's like what I think, and this is something that I thought about this too. I think, you know what he would be really good in, if they ever did a Batman Who Laughs live action, then I think he would be like really really good for that role, because that's a very specific, like, unique
right.
look for basically like a combined Joker and Batman together, like one character, and that's something that we haven't seen on like live action.
So
I think
like,
the Batman Who Laughs is such a good story, by the way. So that's like prime for a live action take on it.
well, see, like, I guess my thing is that obviously for Terrifier, he's got prosthetics on, right?
Yeah,
So you could get away with him doing Joker, as long as when you look at him as Joker, he does not resemble Art the Clown, right?
Yeah.
As long as you can clearly tell the difference, that there's no resemblance there,
Yeah.
I don't think there would be a problem with one clown to another clown.
which I don't think that would be a problem because of Art's unique look, right? 'Cause,
Right.
I mean, he's got the little
the
pop-
high
like,
cheekbones.
It's so
like the-
different. Yeah, it's so different than what the Joker looks like. So I don't think that would be necessarily an issue.
That's a fair point. That the sparkly fucking
Robert
vampire
Pattinson, yeah.
did play Batman, which I wasn't mad at Batman. I actually did enjoy that movie.
It was.
Listen, I've seen Robert Pattinson like in a bunch of other stuff. Watch him in The Lighthouse, and yeah,
Very
like,
good.
watch him in that, and then like you'll forget all about Twilight.
I will say this: the Batman was not a bad movie, but it wasn't great either. It took way too long. The movie was way too long for no reason.
Yeah, we'd never say that movie was great.
Parts of it just got so slow. It's like, oh my god, why doesn't this move on? What is happening here? But that opening scene when we're first introduced to Robert Pattinson's Batman, where it's dark and that guy's getting beat up, and all of a sudden everybody starts looking in the tunnel, and you hear the footsteps, and he comes out and beats everyone with his ass. That was pretty great.
So I've never seen Shameless, but I'm assuming it's the guy who played Joker in Arkham or Gotham.
Yeah, the TV show. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Cameron Monaghan.
Yeah, no, I thought he was great in
Yeah,
Gotham.
he played. Well, it wasn't like ever technically like the Joker. It was like Jerome or whatever.
yeah.
So,
But then, like,
it
there was like his twin
basically-
brother.
it was basically
They did
the
some of the
Joker.
twin brother aspect that was more. Yeah,
It's basically like early Joker. No, he did a good job though. I think Cameron
but I
Monaghan.
remember in that when he did the laugh, I was like, "Damn, he did that laugh really
Yeah,
fucking good."
he's a good actor for sure.
He plays the Jedi in the Fallen Order video.
Yeah, Cal Kestis,
Yeah.
which apparently is rumored that we're gonna see live action.
That would
Cal
be great.
Kestis very soon.
That would be great.
I don't know if it's gonna be in like new season of Asuka or like Ahsoka or something else. Maybe new season of Andor.
Got
So-
Oscar on the brain, huh? Wrestling.
Asuka, yeah. Ahsoka. My bad.
Well,
I do love me some Asuka. So.
I mean, who
Kabuki
doesn't?
Warriors coming out in Star Wars.
Oh my
They're all
god,
great.
dude!
All three of
Kyrie
them.
Sane is my heart, dude. I'm in love with Kyrie Sane. So.
Funny, I saw Kyrie saying action figure today at Ollie's.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's like, oh, I should get that. Like, oh, that's right. I had the one where she's dressed like a pirate already. I don't need this one.
Nice.
You should have
Well-
gotten it and sent it to Jose.
You should have, yes.
I didn't realize Jose had a fetish for her. My bad.
Oh, dude, I'm in love with Kyrie Sane.
My fault. But I guess we're gonna wrap this up because it's almost 10:30 and I do have to work in the morning because I had to go to a class today, so I had to swap my days around. So I get to be up at good old 5. But man, this has been good. I mean, I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you, Jose, for joining us. Thank you, Psycho, for joining.
Of course, man, anytime.
I mean, if you had fun, we'll make sure to figure something out. We'll do it again sometime. Bring it around.
For sure. Yeah, next time, hopefully I'll have my PC up and running. I can, we can do like a simulcast on. I'll put it on Twitch.
I mean, is there anything? I know you said you're having issues right now, but is there anything that you want to plug at all?
For me, yeah, not right now. Just I mean,
right
my Twitch. You guys can follow me on Twitch. Like I said, twitch.tv/ some Cuban guy. It's Cuban with a B, so SOME QBANGUY. So, but yeah, if you guys want to follow me there.
So, Cuban with a B.
With a
Yeah.
How else do you spell Cuban?
No.
Is there not a B in Cuban?
That's why I was laughing because he said Cuban with a B instead of with a Q. So
the Q. My bad.
That's why I'm like, hold on.
I don't know why I was thinking of you know what I was thinking of earlier was Half Baked, where he's like, I'm Cuban B, so that's why I don't know why I thought of that. But
so you can find Jose on Twitch at some Cuban guy. It's QBAN.
Yeah, QBAN.
Yeah. Or his alternate name, Hose B, right? The thing for bees.
I would ask. Excuse me. I would ask you, Psycho, if you had anything to plug, but I don't think you have anything going yet. I know you've been talking about doing some videos here and there, but you haven't done anything yet.
I have not done anything yet.
I told him, man, he's got to start doing like YouTube content or something. Start doing some unboxing videos of.
We've been discussing that for years. I think we're starting to finally hone in once he gets everything set up. I think it's finally time to release that dragon.
Yeah,
there's definitely a demand for like people doing like especially like Lego unboxings and stuff
also like as soon as I can get Chris to make me some more of those figure shelves, I'll be good to go.
I showed you how to make them,
and I have none of the tools.
Literally, just never mind. Whatever.
Yes, I know how to make them, but no, I have none of the tools to make them.
It's a saw. God damn it. But go to Home Depot, they can cut it for you. Jesus Christ. So, well, I want to thank everybody for coming out, joining us. I think we've got a few people still in the chat. I know Joe's here. We're going to have Joe wants to do a game night.
I'll be down for that.
I mean, I've only got, obviously, Xbox One. I don't have a crap load of games.
I still have Dead by Daylight, and you can get Dead by Daylight on Game Pass.
I'll have to check that out. Because I've been playing that damn shark game. Because I got the expansion on the shark game.
So if we get 5 people, we can do like a private room, like a private game for Dead by Daylight, which is really fun. Where like one person plays killer and then 4 survivors, and then we can like rotate killers. Like that's actually really fun.
We can work that out.
I felt bad for you, Chris, because this week Xbox put the shark game on sale. Like complete one for $12, and I'm like, Chris spent at least $15 for the DLC. This is crazy.
Wait, which is that the Man-Eater game or something?
Man-Eater game, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just the DLC was $7.
I did see Chris playing that. So
fucking bastards.
That game is great, by the way. If you have,
it is a really fun game.
Absolutely,
that game
play
is really fun.
But because I've been playing that, but obviously I'm still trying to get into Borderlands.
Borderlands
3.
Borderlands 4 is coming out soon. Next month, I think. Either next month or October, one of the two.
I keep trying to get John to play Borderlands to finish Borderlands 2, but he's always busy playing Grounded or whatever, and I can't. I don't know my schedule enough to be like, oh, let's play like a week in advance. Let's play this night. So it's like, hey, John, you want to play? Nope, I'm playing Grounded. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not playing tonight.
Well, what we could do is, before Borderlands 4 comes out, we could do like a whole like Borderlands marathon. Because I would be definitely down to like revisit those games, especially Borderlands 2. It's one of my favorite games. So
but you don't have a console in which you could play with us.
Maybe not for Borderlands 2, but
one
Borderlands 3 is cross-platform, so I can play on that.
We're working to it.
Yeah.
Joe, get Borderlands 3. You can play with us. But cool. So again, thanks everybody for coming out, and we're gonna catch you next time. I'm not sure what next week's episode will be yet, but it'll be something. Jose, John, just stick around while the whole thing shuts down, so YouTube doesn't go crazy and delete us. All right, thanks, guys. Stop being.